Hey, listen, I've got a secret for you. So come a little closer. Here it is. Your real estate agent is not the enemy. They're there to work with you, the home buyer, in order to find your dream home, or if you're selling, to find the perfect buyer for your home. Now, today we're talking specifically about things that home buyers do that make their agent's job just a little bit more difficult. And let's not forget, can drive the agent crazy. So, if you're ready, let's go. If we haven't met yet, I'm Sue Singleton, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage here in beautiful southeastern North Carolina. So, in today's video, I'm talking specifically about things that home buyers do that make their agent's job much more difficult, and let's not forget, can drive the agent crazy, as well as put the buyer at a disadvantage. So, what type of home buyer behaviors makes their agent's jobs more difficult and honestly drives the agent crazy while the buyer is doing it? Well, let's begin with a big one, and that is shady dealing, also known as going behind the agent's back. Now, it's a fact that we all have secrets, right? But having secrets and hiding critical information from your real estate agent is a big no no. Open and honest communication is a must, especially when it comes to the negotiating of the price. Negotiating behind your real estate agent's back for a lower price, well, it's not just wrong, but keep in mind that you could actually be in breach of your agency agreement for going behind your agent's back. Now, that also goes for any type of seller credit as well. Let your agent negotiate any credits that might be called for due to home inspections or any other factors. Now, can we all agree that buying a home is already a stressful time? Going behind your agent's back only adds additional stress to all the parties involved. Be upfront about your intentions and the next moves that you want your agent to take. Real estate agents go on the journey with you. They don't fight against you. They're working for you and with you. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Always keep open and honest communications with your agent. The next one is having high demanding requests. Now, what do I mean? Now, to be fair, home buyers have to start somewhere, right? And after all, real estate agents are there to assist you with your property questions and needs. You should, however, be very certain that you are ready to make that purchase before you contact your agent with your list of demands. Often home buyers will be driving around, seeing random properties, and one home in particularly will spark their interest. So they call up the agent and they insist that the agent provide them with all the property research information on that home. Now, most of the time, the buyers already know that it's going to be many months or perhaps even years before they're ready to buy. So be considerate when speaking to an agent about your request. Keep in mind that there's a key difference between asking a quick question or two about a property, which agents don't mind answering, and asking your agent for all the property research materials just because you're curious about a property. The agent provides this information with the necessary property research when the buyer is ready. And realistically, that could be months away, but the buyer has to be ready. Okay? So let's move on to continuously changing your mind. Your agents know that you might not necessarily know 100% what you want, and understand that it might be even more confusing if there are a number of properties available. And yes, it does make things trickier when there are more properties available, believe it or not. But think about this. What exactly should the real estate agent be doing when the interested home buyer keeps changing their mind? Well, the agent becomes confused and doesn't understand why the property that they're seeing today is not to the buyer's liking, because yesterday the buyer insisted that they love that style of home. Now, your agent is wondering what type of property she should show you next after this. Agents understand that it is natural to change your mind a few times during the home buying process. But if you're unfocused and unsure about what you want, perhaps taking some time off and readdressing your needs versus wants list might be the best plan of action. Now, I've made other videos regarding the needs versus wants list, so make sure to check those videos out for more information about that. I'm going to end with unnecessary buyer viewings. So, what do I mean by that particularly? Well, if you're an interested buyer and believe you found your perfect dream home, of course, it's perfectly normal to ask for viewings of a house. But what about asking for a viewing of a home that is way out of your budget, but you want to see it anyway? Now, I'm not saying that your agent shouldn't show the home that is out of budget, but that is a conversation that you actually need to have with your agent. But here is what happens when you start looking at properties that are not within your purchasing power. You are potentially setting yourself up for disappointment. And here's why. If you see a home that's, say, $750,000 and it has many upgrades and many bells and whistles that a $450,000 home doesn't have, then the homes you see in the $450,000 range will never measure up to that home that you love that costs $750,000. This can lead to not only buyer disappointment, but also buyer discouragement in the whole process. Know your buying power and ask your agent to stay within your buying power budget when looking at homes. No matter where you are in your real estate search, let's connect today to talk about your goals and options in the current market and find out if Oak Island, Southport, or one of the other beautiful locations here in southeastern North Carolina is right for you. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel below just so you can stay updated on all things that are happening in the real estate market here in southeastern North Carolina. Make sure you like and share this video, and don't forget to leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, happiness grows here. I'll talk to you next time.